Hi there, this is our Discipleship Pathway, day 11, and we're thinking about the journey that we all have as Christians from the day we become a Christian until the day we die, this discipleship pathway which we are on. And this week we're looking at the challenges of the discipleship pathway, and today we're thinking particularly about the tests that come to us when we are on our discipleship pathway through life. So here's your first test. How many triangles can you see in that shape? Have a good look at it, have a think, and I'll tell you at the end. You know, King David, in the Bible, before he became king, he went through tests himself. God was testing him to see whether he was fit material to become the king. And that's what God does with us on a discipleship pathway. He tests us to see what is in us. That's the purpose of a test. You get tested to see what knowledge you have. You get tested to see what strength you have. You get tested to see what emotional intelligence you might have or what endurance you might have. And God tests us to see what is in our hearts, what's in our lives, what's in our spirits. Samuel the prophet was looking for a new king, and he checked out the family of a man called Jesse, and he looked at all the big boys of the family, but none of those were the right material. And then it says in 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 11 and 12, Samuel asked Jesse, "Are these all the sons you have?" "There is still the youngest," Jesse answered, "but he is looking after the sheep." Samuel said, "Send for him. We will not sit down until he arrives." And so he sent and had him brought in, and he was ruddy, with a fine appearance and handsome features. And the Lord said, "Rise and anoint him. He is the one." And this was David, just a boy, just a lad. But he had been tested actually all of his life by God. He was looking after the sheep. He was protecting him, we later learn, from lions and bears and wolves. And all of that was testing to see what was in his heart. Could he be relied upon? Would he be true to his calling? Would he be a mumbler or complainer? No. He was tested and he proved that he was made of the right material. As we're on our discipleship pathway, God tests us to see what's in our heart, to see whether we're made of the right material. And that's why he brings these tests into our lives. Not so that we will necessarily fail, although we will fail sometimes, but so that he will show to us what is in our hearts, so we know better ourselves and we know where we need to look to the Lord to help us to change, to develop, to improve. So God bless you as you face the tests on your discipleship pathway. Speak to you again tomorrow.